Hello dear colleagues, nice to meet you again. In this video, we are going to discuss a highly effective method for teaching all learners in an elementary classroom. This method is called infographics. It is particularly effective in elementary classrooms because it caters to visual and interactive learning styles. The primary goal of this method is to help students summarize and explain complex topics using visuals and minimal text. This method is versatile and can be adapted for various subjects and topics, making it a valuable tool for teachers across different curricula. In practice, this method can be implemented by allowing students to summarize a topic using icons and statistics. For example, if the topic is fractions, students can use icons to represent different types of fractions and statistics to show the relative sizes of the fractional parts. This approach not only helps students to grasp the concept more quickly, but also allows them to explain the concept to others in a clear and concise manner. To begin, choose a topic that you want your students to learn. This could be a new vocabulary word, a math concept, or even a historical event. Next, brainstorm a list of keywords and concepts related to the topic. Encourage your students to participate in this process by asking them questions such as, "What do you already know about this topic?" Or, "What comes to mind when you hear this topic?" After gathering the keywords, guide the students to select the most important ones that summarize the main ideas of the topic. These keywords will form the basis of your infographic. Once you have selected the keywords, it's time to incorporate visuals. Provide each group with a variety of visual aids such as pictures, symbols, icons, and graphic organizers. Allow the students to choose the visuals that they feel best represent the keywords and concepts. If you are working with younger students, you may need to provide more specific guidance or even model how to use the visual aids. As the students work, circulate around the classroom to observe and provide assistance as needed. Another important aspect of this method is to encourage collaboration and communication among students. You can achieve this by grouping students together and assigning each group a different keyword or concept to research and visualize. This allows students to share their knowledge and learn from one another. Once each group has completed their portion of the infographic, bring the class back together to assemble all the pieces. This will create a comprehensive visual representation of the topic that can be used as a summary or reference guide. To make this activity more engaging and interactive, use colorful, tactile materials or visual aids. For example, if the topic is fractions, you can use fraction circles or other manipulatives to help students visualize the different fractions. You can also use online tools such as Google Drawings or PowerPoint to create your infographics. These tools allow students to drag and drop images and text boxes to create a visual representation of the topic. After completing the infographic, provide students with an opportunity to reflect on the process. Ask questions like, "What was the most challenging part of creating an infographic?" Or, "How did working in a group help you learn more about the topic?" Student reflection can be incorporated into the learning process by having them write a short paragraph summarizing what they learned and how they learned it. This reflection piece can be added to the infographic or kept as a separate learning journal entry. Finally, allow students to share their infographics with the class. This can be done orally or in a small group setting. If time permits, you can even have students create posters or presentations based on their infographics. By sharing their work, students will not only reinforce their own learning, but also help their peers better understand the topic. Remember, this method is not a one-size-fits-all solution, and you may need to modify it to suit your students' needs. For example, if you have students who need additional support, you may need to provide more guidance and structure. On the other hand, if you have advanced learners, you may challenge them with more complex topics or ask them to create an interactive infographic using digital tools. I hope this video has given you a better understanding of how to use the infographics method in your elementary classroom. I encourage you to try this method and see how it can benefit your students. Thank you for watching, and I wish you all the best in your teaching journey.